One of the current problems for men and women at the top, that is, those who make decisions in companies, is the lack of time to think. I mentioned it in the previous one, don't see it. We live in a world where hustle and bustle are the norm. Stopping to reflect seems like a luxury that few can afford. But what if I told you that dedicating a few days every 12-18 months to reflection can be very beneficial for sketching a clearer and more focused future? Yes, I know. It sounds like a cheap motivational talk and not like a professor at Harvard, where I am currently recording these videos. But think about this. Taking a couple or 3 days to consider what you want to do, with whom you want to do it, and how you are going to do it. It probably becomes a good idea. I acknowledge that suggesting answering these questions is neither revolutionary, nor subversive, nor epic. In fact, being realistic, it won't change your life overnight, but it will draw the path. And I don't say this just to say it, because I'm not one of those who sell advice that I don't follow myself. Long live Spanish proverbs. Long live. Every so often, usually every 12-18 months, I tend to find a slot in my schedule and block it off to free up 1 to 3 days or 3 or 4 half days in a row, which I dedicate to thinking solely about these 3 simple yet powerful questions. 1. What do I want to do? 2. Who do I want to do it with? And 3. How am I going to do it? I pose these questions to myself both professionally and personally. And no, I don't come to great conclusions because taking time doesn't imply divine revelations like a televangelist, oh Lord, oh yes, nor magical solutions to all problems. However, what I do gain is a clearer vision of the avenues I want to pursue with my tasks and energies in the coming months. Carrying out this exercise in solitude and preferably in a place different from your usual work environment allows me to gain a fresh perspective. The tool to carry out such a conspiracy is simple: a pen and many blank sheets of paper. Go ahead and start thinking, writing and drawing ideas, projects, lists and wishes. These are reflections on your personal and professional goals, what we now call a vision board, you know? The interesting thing about this process is that sometimes more important than discovering what you want to do or with whom is identifying what you do not want to do and with whom you do not want to do it. Knowing which paths to avoid can be as liberating and useful as defining the ones you wish to follow. And you don't always come up with great ideas, but you invariably return with a bit more clarity. So, are you encouraged to take a break? I do not promise that it will transform you or that it will transform your life immediately, because if that were the case, we would all be at the peak of success just by closing our eyes a couple of times a day. However, it will undoubtedly help you find a clearer direction. And at the end of the day, taking these moments of reflection can be the difference between groping around and walking with purpose. And if you don't find the perfect answer, at least you'll know which questions are not worth continuing to ask yourself. Because let's be realistic, sometimes the key is not to waste time looking for a needle in a haystack when the haystack isn't even yours. Although sometimes the problem itself is the effort, which I will talk about in the next episode. More ideas in the next Don't Watch It.